Boom, boom. Welcome back, Ultra Maga Nation Patriots, to the shittiest podcast on Rumble.
We here.
We're here. We live. We truthful. So today we're here to talk about racists paying racists to be racist. Kind of wild. You want to check and see if we're on?
Yeah.
It's wild to know that, like, the Joe Biden administration saw this in 2020 and literally passed on it. They literally were okay with the fact that people were paying upwards up and into $1 million of donated funds to different organizations
in
like
2020.
the Ku Klux Klan, America Front, all being paid by the Southern Poverty Law Center. So the real question becomes, like, why is that an acceptable thing? Like, why is it that this can be allowed in modern day America, where an NGO that's full on purpose is to prevent racism,
Yeah.
then pay racists
Oh, they learned that from the CIA.
to do racist shit? Like, why is that an acceptable thing? It's hard for me to understand this. I don't think that it should be acceptable or should be allowed, but the Biden admin chose not to pursue this in any way, shape, or form.
Probably the same reason we give $40 million a week to the Taliban.
Well, we got to control the opium trade.
Yeah, it's kidding.
Like, we got to control the opium trade.
Yeah, that one's
We're a little jumpy. I do apologize. We're trying to fix our connection stuff. But, like, the fact that this is all of a sudden allowed or not allowed now, and people are up in arms, like it's wrong that we're doing this politically motivated. No, motherfucker, a grand jury indicted this.
Yeah.
This is 12 people that were selected that decided that what you're doing is illegal as fuck, and you're going to jail.
They were first investigating them in 20 and 21.
And so that's right in the middle of the Biden admin's bullshit. Like, if you really sit there and think about it, like, why is this allowed? Like, why is this something that people should be able to do?
Yeah.
Should be allowed to do.
And hopefully the ongoing investigations will bring up the actual, like, CEO and all that.
Oh, I want to see what was that person? Cherry?
Yeah, that's the person in charge of donations.
Cherry Z. Gamble is the person that's full on in charge of the donations of where the money goes. They chose to give it to the Ku Klux Klan, to neo-Nazi groups. Like, what kind of, you want to talk about the greatest threat to democracy is racism, and yet you're paying for racism. It's a pay-to-play scheme.
Yeah.
It's one of the most wild things I've ever heard of. The fact that they could do this and get away with it, that they could shelf it like this was something that should have been allowed or should be allowed to continue.
Well, it's because for the most part, white people aren't racist.
But
the only true racists you'll see are, like, deep in the woods, sticking to themselves, and then when they come in town, they don't act racist.
No, they're afraid.
Yeah, they're just closet racists. And then also in prison.
They'll get their ass whooped as they should.
Yeah, and then prison. Like, that's where you see your main racist, like, white supremacist gangs, because that's prison for you. Don't go to prison.
The Aryan Brotherhood was also paid by the SPLC.
Well, there you go.
Like,
I saw something saying Nick Fuentes was paid by him too.
Oh, that's wild.
Which makes sense.
It does.
He's a fucking racist fuck. Like,
he's a racist fuck
and pro pedophile.
You beat me to it.
Like, he's a fucking piece of shit, dude.
Like,
I was watching this shit for a little bit, like, okay, I like what oh god.
And there was some shit, like, when he started hard R, and it was like, all right, bro, you're doing that for fucking clicks.
Yeah. Well, then he's on like Piers Morgan, like Hitler is cool, and it was like no, and then he was like, oh, all black people should be in jail because he was like, I'm not a racist, and then Piers was like, well, you said all black people should be in jail, and he's like, oh yeah, I did say that. It's like, bitch, that makes you a racist.
It absolutely does, which is like the fourth or fifth worst type of human being on the planet.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, pedophiles are first.
Yeah.
Like, those are the worst people on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
Then it's like politicians.
Yeah.
But the fact that the SPLC is, and now they're trying to frame it like, well, we were paying informants so that we understood what these groups were doing. We wanted to know if we had to worry about them showing up at something and creating a problem. No, you were funding it.
Yeah.
You paid one person $1 million.
This is the kind of shit the CIA does.
It really is.
Like so they can get funding. You know, they get funding if they have a problem. So
I wouldn't be surprised if Cherry S. Gamble or Z. Gamble was an ex-CIA operative.
Yeah.
Like, because it is super easy to pretend.
And they could be more likely current CIA because they can't tell you.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It's very plausible that, I mean, what you're saying is not an inaccurate statement because it very well could have been a psyop to begin with so that they could run, because that would have been Joe Biden's fucking CIA. They could run, well, right-wing extremists are the greatest threat to democracy.
Yeah.
They're Nazis, while paying literal neo-Nazi groups,
I mean,
to be neo-Nazi groups.
The biggest problem with the CIA really is that they've kind of become their own thing. And they've literally been called to testify in front of Congress, and they were like, no. Which already is fucking horrible.
Like it's appalling. The fact that any government group that is run by our tax dollars, because you have to remember, the government does not make money, they take it. They take your and my tax dollars and they run with them. So like all the people out here that are like, oh, you know, hey, if you just listen to us and run our tax dollars or run with what we tell you to, we'll give you tax dollars. Like, I don't know, America Front or the Ku Klux Klan or neo-Nazis. We'll do it through, here's what we're going to do, Greg. We're going to give the neo-Nazis money. But instead of just giving them money, we're going to take donations from the American people.
Mm-hmm.
Then we're going to open up a shell corporation that doesn't do anything and has no employees. And we're going to run the money through that shell corporation. Then we're going to open up a secondary shell corporation. And the money that came from the first shell company will go to the second shell company. Okay? And then we're going to take the money from that second shell company and we're going to put it on prepaid Visa cards. And then we're going to hand those prepaid Visa cards to the Grand Dragon of the fucking Ku Klux Klan.
Yeah.
Like, are you kidding me? Like, this is what we're doing? This is where tax or donation dollars are going? And if you think the SPCL never got tax dollars, Google if the SP or Grok if the SPCL, if Southern SPLC ever got tax dollars. Because if it got tax dollars,
you know they did.
That's a whole nother level of frustration. Like, if our tax dollars were going, to fund, I don't know, Joe Biden's whole reason for running.
Yeah.
I mean, if you remember it, he was like, well, when Donald Trump came out and said there were very fine people on both sides, I just knew I had to save democracy. And so I decided to run from that point in time because Donald Trump was the greatest threat to democracy. And so the fact that, sorry, I pressed the button I pressed the wrong button. The fact that these people are the fact that people haven't been indicted yet gives me a little bit of irritation with the current administration.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I say administration. I'm not necessarily talking about Donald Trump. I'm talking about Kash Patel when I say that. Like, we need to see people put in fucking handcuffs. And you can call it political targeting if you want to, but when you're laundering money, which was the example that I just gave about me and you opening a shell corporation and then running money from that shell corporation to the next shell corporation we owned, and then running that through Visa prepaid gift cards. That is very specifically money laundering.
Yep.
There's no way around it. You can say anything you want to and say that it's not money laundering or but that is by definition money laundering, and there shouldn't be one count. My personal belief is just like if I get caught with a bottle of pills, I get a charge for every pill. They should get a charge for the smallest denomination that's involved. So like right now we don't have pennies anymore. Like we still have them, they're still in circulation, but the American government doesn't make them. But you should get charged for every nickel that you laundered. And that should be a separate charge. You know, if I get caught with 5 oxycodones, I get 5 charges, not 1.
Right.
And so to sit here and pretend like that's not appalling. Did they get tax dollars?
It was yes, but minimal. It was like $8,000.
Okay.
But then they said there could be more through the fucking 501s or whatever.
501c3s and everything else. And that's my problem is, you know, the CIA can keep up with how much money they give, I don't know, the Afghani opium trade.
Oh, that's not CIA. That's us. That's just the government.
Oh, so it's just,
there's literally a thing trying to stop it, and they just table it every time. That's not CIA.
So okay, so
we're just like, here you go. It must be like it's got to be for some reason, like control the opium trade, I guess. Someone's probably pocketing it. I mean, that's just the way that kind of shit goes.
So to sit here and act like this is some sort of political targeting, it is political targeting. It was paying to drum up racism so that you could claim the right wing was an extreme racist group, and you could watch Joe Biden walk out with Marines on either side of him with the red background behind him and sit here and tell you that MAGA Republicans were the greatest threat to democracy and then call us Nazis. And that to me is one of the most wild accusations I've ever seen. And now you start to find out it's being funded by the same company or NGO. I'm sorry, it's not a company. The same NGO that's like, oh yeah, we're here to prevent this. Give us money so we can stop it.
Yeah.
So we can give them $3 million from 2014 to 2023. $3 million over 10 years. It's not even really that much. Like, why would you even be mad about that? Like
Showtime.
Like, what's the problem with that? Well, the problem with it is your whole fucking point was to prevent racism, which realistically is an honorable thing to do, to prevent racism, not to pay known racist groups to continue being racist and claim that you're just paying them as informants. I don't know any informant that's been paid $1 million unless it's on high profile cases, and I don't even know that to be the case. Like, to sit here and tell me that, okay, that 6 counts of wire fraud, 4 counts of false statements to a federally insured bank, 1 count of conspiracy to commit concealment of money laundering. And the worst part is, as they're sitting here claiming that this is political targeting, I bet a bunch of you don't realize that the bank is the one that brought up the fucking problem. The bank went to Joe Biden's FBI and said, hey, I'm pretty sure there's some money laundering going on because the SPLC opened up a company that had no employees, no overhead, and no like rent, no building, no nothing. And then they opened up another company and funneled the donations from them to this company, then from this company to this company, and then put it on prepaid Visa gift cards and started handing it to, hold on. Let's see if I can read my own handwriting. Sorry guys, I had to do this by hand this time. So, for instance, they gave $1 million to the National Alliance affiliate. They gave $300,000 to the Aryan Nations They gave $1 million to National Alliance affiliates. They gave actually that was one payment. So that was one affiliate to the National Alliance. They got $1 million. They gave $300,000 to Aryan Nation affiliates. They gave $100,000 to former National Alliance affiliates. They gave $19,000 to the American Front president, who was also a felon. Like, why are there not actual people named in this indictment? Like, maybe
American Front president.
Yeah. What did I say?
American president.
Oh, yeah. My bad.
No, he technically is. It's all horse shit.
They gave it to Joe Biden. You know, and literally what Joe Biden, and I just said this, but what Joe Biden said he was running on, these people probably gave them money. Because the truth of the matter is, even though they only brought up from 2014 to 2023, they openly admit that this has been going on since 1980.
Yeah.
And Joe Biden, his whole reason for running was when Donald Trump came out and said there were very fine people on both sides, which is a fucking known, debunked thing. It's been debunked.
They still try to run with that. I think Kamala just brought that up.
Kamala did it? Oh my God, I saw this fucking spectacular thing today. Sorry about that. We lost it for a second. I saw this spectacular thing today where they were talking about how Obama picked Joe Biden because he was the shittiest. He wasn't smarter than him. Then Joe Biden picked Kamala because she wasn't smarter than him. And then Kamala picked Tim Walz because he wasn't smarter than her. And they said that to his face.
Oh, wow.
They can freeze your accounts. Actually, this is you. It's on me.
They can freeze your accounts, shut off your cards, lock you out of your own money overnight. Banks don't protect you, they control you. That's why real financial freedom starts with ownership. Introducing Rumble Wallet, a non-custodial wallet built for people who refuse to give up control. With Rumble Wallet, you don't just buy digital currency like Bitcoin and Tether. You can own Tether Gold, real gold, on the blockchain. Through Tether Gold, you get direct ownership of physical gold bars, each one fully allocated, verifiable by serial number, purity, and weight. This isn't paper gold. This isn't an IOU. This is real gold without bank vaults, storage fees, or gatekeepers. You can buy, sell, or move it 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, even when traditional gold markets are closed. And if you want, Tether Gold can be redeemed for physical gold. That's power. And when you support creators on Rumble, you can tempt them directly using Rumble Wallet, peer-to-peer, and outside the banking system. No permissions, no middlemen, no cancel button. This wallet is yours forever. Forever.
Forever. Don't forget, guys, sign up for Rumble Wallet.
Which is what cash used to be.
Yeah.
Still no.
So, but like, to sit here and be surprised that like, oh, Joe Biden was cool with the SPLC doing this. He literally admitted that this is why he ran.
Yeah.
Because of fictitious bullshit so that he could stand in front of with Marines next to him with the dun 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 dun, sounding like fucking Darth Vader on goddamn screen. Like, hey, MAGA Republicans are the greatest threat to democracy. Like, we're Nazis. They're literal Nazis. Like, and
I
the
think,
whole
yeah,
time he's going to curb the fact that the SPLC is paying literal neo Nazis. That's what's wild to me.
yeah,
Like, they're literally paying neo Nazis to be neo Nazis, and that's cool. And it's done just so they can run for money. Like, that they all want money. That's
yeah.
what it
That's all they
is.
care about.
And like I was saying, it was great because it was like a congressional hearing, and the guy was like, "Well, it's well known that President Obama, when he was looking for his vice president, he wanted to pick somebody that wasn't as smart as him, so that people like he could be the people's champ." And then Joe
Yeah.
Biden did the same thing, and that's why he picked Kamala. And we all know, like, obviously, Obama was a smart man. He might not have been a great president, but he was a smooth talking,
No, yeah,
intelligent sounding man. Okay? Well, Joe Biden
Was.
not a very smooth talking, intelligent sounding man, so Obama sounded good. So then when Joe Biden became president, he picked Kamala Harris because she wasn't as smart as him. That's why you got like the word salad from Kamala.
Oh, and also, because she was a different race and she's a woman.
The DEI bullshit,
Yeah.
absolutely. And then he looked at, because he's talking to Tim Walz, and he drops a zinger. He's like, so we all understand why Kamala Harris picked Tim Walz. Like, literally just shit all over him, like diarrhea from a New York cab driver after a bad burrito from the microwave at the gas station.
Yeah. Well, Tim Walz just went on Jimmy Kimmel and said, there's fraud happening everywhere. They just picked Minnesota. And it's like, do you have knowledge of other frauds?
Or how about this interjection?
Like,
so you knew there was fraud in Minnesota?
Yeah.
So you knew
to
this
me, I
going
was
on?
like, oh, where's the other fraud, Tim Walz?
Yeah, tell me where it is. And
he's on Jimmy Kimmel, so no one's gonna ask me that shit. They're
well,
gonna
I
do
mean,
some
nobody
dumb
really
shit.
watches Jimmy Kimmel either.
Liberals do.
Really?
Oh
You
yeah.
think so?
They like go to his. They like go to their fuck. Like I've seen him on Facebook. It's like I don't hate all liberals.
No, I don't.
Like,
I don't hate
give
anybody.
a shit.
Like realistically, me and you can be friends if you're a liberal, as long as we don't talk about politics.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, when you start telling me that nations don't have borders, but no one can come in my house and
it doesn't make any damn sense.
Like, that doesn't make sense. Either you are or you aren't. Either you live by it or you don't.
And we're not in the 1800s anymore, where it's like people just waltz on over and it's like whatever. People are like millions of illegals are coming in that want to harm the country.
They want to harm the country and they want to harm people.
And they want to just hop on welfare and not do shit. Not all of them, but a lot of them.
60% of murder over the last 4 years has been done by illegal immigrants. And it sucks. Like, I would prefer that not be the case. I would love to be a bleeding heart liberal if all of these people came over and were just gosh darn hardworking people that just wanted to be part of society, but they don't. You're absolutely correct.
Yeah.
They want to jump on. And the problem is these NGOs meet them at the border and they tell them how to get on welfare, how to get food stamps, how to get housing, how to get this, how to curtail the system. Like, they tell them how to do all of these things.
Yeah. Oh, was the FPA? Is that the one that does housing? They give them loans over American citizens.
Yes.
So now you got a lot of these illegals. They'll be shacked up in a mansion, driving a Mercedes, not doing jack shit, and then Joe Sixpack's working his ass off, barely paying his bills, but all his taxes are going to these guys and girls.
And once again, like we always tell y'all, the American government does not earn money. They take it from you.
Yep.
So to sit here and pretend like tax dollars are just some earning from, with the exception of tariffs, we can talk about how tariffs have now started to become something that the American population, not population, government, has started to earn. Well, yeah, okay. But we're not a nationalist country. So these companies, like oil and gas, like they don't make money for the United States of America other than through taxes. Every time a gallon of gas is purchased, there's taxes on it. That's how America earns money, from the taxes. They don't earn money from the production of oil. So, like, all these people that are like, well, if, and I don't know if you know this, but the United States government, or the United States, is the largest producer of oil. We actually produce more oil than the top two oil producing countries combined over the last year and a half, which is wild. We're producing massive amounts of oil. So to sit here and pretend like they make money, because they don't make money, they take it, is just wild to me.
Mhm.
If it's not from taxes or tariffs, which is a newer thing, we're not producing, and they're not producing anything dollar wise. So when the United States government says, "Hey, we're going to give these illegal migrants food stamps and welfare," and they're taking your hard-earned money, the money people like you and me earn every day. You know, when we pick up our check and we made $500 before taxes, but it's 300 after,
Yep.
that $200 every week, that's what's paying for that. So to not be infuriated by it, to not be infuriated by something like the SPLC getting tax dollars, even if it's only $8,000, which I find that hard to believe,
That was
but that's,
garage. Yeah.
well, yeah, but and like it said, that's not counting 501c3
Yeah,
donations and things
yeah.
like that. Like, and to be really honest, if I was a liberal, this would fucking piss me off.
Yeah, it would.
Like, I've been donating money to try to stop the fascism that I'm fighting every day in the streets instead of getting a job. And I don't really have money, so I had to borrow it from people like my mom or my dad. And
See that shit?
yeah, he's got he's ducked underneath something.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, guys. Cooper was trying to make an appearance.
Yeah.
He's trying to, Cooper's the dog. He's the brown dog.
The brown dog.
Brown dog.
Scooby-Doo.
He's like Scooby Doo, just as dumb too. Cooper Roobaroo.
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
oh, we're just gonna have a scratch-a-thon, huh?
Yeah, that's what they're doing.
All right, guys, cut it out. Get on your bed. Cooper, go lay down. But to sit here and pretend like this money comes from anywhere other than our pockets, and like I'm saying, like, if I was a liberal, I'd be fucking pissed about this. Like, how are you going to take my money that I had to borrow from somebody or steal from my mom while I'm on her couch playing my video games, and
Yeah.
and give it to neo-Nazis? Like, we're fighting Republican neo-Nazis. How are you going to give these Republican neo-Nazis my mom's hard-earned money that I gave you?
A lot of them are so brainwashed. It's like the chick I watched when they tricked the quotes on him now.
Mm-hmm.
It was he was saying, she read a quote saying it was Trump about Iran, and it was actually
Oh,
Kamala's. And then they were like, "Oh, well, I think Kamala had a point." Like, well, are you fucking serious?
Yeah, it changes.
Yeah, they're like,
immediately. Like, oh, well, you know, I understand that you're telling me that Kamala said that, but like, I saw, did you see the one fat lesbian chick that
Yeah, it's
got
the same.
mad and like flicked her off?
Yeah,
and,
yeah, they
started
always do
cussing
that.
her out.
They like attack them like they did Sarah Hernandez.
Like, it's just wild to me. So at the end of the day, that's why we named this Racist Paying Racist to Be Racist. Because liberals are racist. I mean, think about it. How many times did you hear when we were going to kick out all the illegal immigrants? Well, who's going to pick our crops and clean our bathrooms?
Yeah.
And then the racists they're paying are the neo-Nazi groups, the American Front, the KKK. Like, those are legitimate racist groups.
What was the Seditious Souls?
Yes.
Or Sadistic Souls Motorcycle Club? Like,
these are legitimate fucking racists that really believe that because you're white, you're better than anybody. Yep. I hate to fucking tell you, your skin color doesn't make you better than a fucking person.
Yeah.
Like, you're not. And if you believe that, you're dumber than a liberal
Yeah, well, and also a racist.
and a racist. And they're paying them to have racist rallies. Where do you think this money came from? So that's where the title came from. I might not be good at English. That was a Forrest Gump impression, just in case. I wasn't doing a liberal. But like, I'm sorry, that fucking cracked me up. That was stupid. But to sit here and pretend like the SPLC is being targeted by the Trump admin when they were turned over by a bank. Can you look up and see if it tells us what bank turned them over? They were turned over by a bank to the Biden administration, which Biden turned a blind eye to because without them, he wouldn't have had a reason to run because they wouldn't have had the Ku Klux Klan and everything else at Charlottesville. I think it was Charlottesville.
Yeah.
So that he could say the Fine People hoax, which has been debunked to the maximum degree. Then we wouldn't have had to deal with 4 years of Joe Biden. And then to sit here and pretend like it's okay. Like there's not one liberal. I haven't seen one fucking liberal come out and go, "Oh my God, I'm so pissed off. I donated money to this organization and they gave it to literal Nazis."
They don't name the banks.
They don't name the banks. I'm not surprised. It's an
Yeah.
ongoing investigation. But I will tell you this. If I don't see fucking people indicted, I want cash gone.
Yeah.
If I don't see literal people,
Yeah.
if this is just a Fugazi scheme to shut down the SPLC.
Or just make him look good, because that seems like be like his thing lately, is to kind of like try to make himself look better.
Here's what I'm going to say about Cash. After one of the last Dan Bongino quotes, I'm holding out a little bit of hope. He said, everybody's going to understand the slander of Cash Patel shortly because of the Crossfire Hurricane investigation. Okay? And I really hope that turns into something. But I'm really feeling like it's not.
Yeah.
Now, I understand investigations take time. If you remember back at the beginning of the presidency, you were pissed off that people weren't getting arrested immediately. And I was like, well, Greg, investigations take time. We got to prove stuff, letter of the law, all that. It should take about a year. We're over a year now.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
like, and I know that's why you're fed up, and I fucking completely understand it. But I'm holding a little bit of reservation. I'm holding just a minuscule bit of hope that maybe, just maybe, I'm not going to be let down by this fucking FBI. Because the whole reason we wanted Cash Patel is because he wasn't going to pull no bullshit. And these people were going to jail and all of this. And if he doesn't, I hope he goes the way of Pam Bondi.
Yeah, me too.
And if, I'm not going to say that Trump's, that this is a lame duck, because he's gotten a lot of shit done that I never believed would get done. Like, for instance, the Iranian aggressions.
Yeah.
Like, we've listened to people talk about how Iran, for the last 30 years of my life, could never have a nuke. But then, like, Obama sends pallets of cash. Joe Biden unlocks or unfreezes all of the money, billions of dollars to Iran, which truly is why they have not intercontinental ballistic missiles, but cruise missiles that are capable of hitting 2,000 kilometers. They could hit fucking Paris if they wanted to.
Oh, he's been fucking up the mafia pretty bad too, which is good. Like, he brought in all the like, he got caught all, like, what, it was like 4 families were involved, I think. Or maybe, I think it might have been like 2.
No, I think 4 was right. I think you're right on 4.
Okay, with the NBA.
Yes.
Right? That's what it was?
Yes.
And then he just busted some Mexican mafia in LA, like a lot of them.
And the child sex rings and the children that he's been finding, like I'm cool with that. But like, we wanted y'all because y'all said you were going to put people in jail that did bad shit.
And now he's suing somebody because they called him a drunk.
Oh, we're here.
Like, okay, that's a waste of time. Like, that to me makes him look weak.
I mean, I don't disagree I mean, I can't even stand up for it. I was gonna try.
Yeah, but I
I
mean,
was
like,
gonna
dude, come
try.
on, man.
But at the end of the
Like, if you're
day,
suing people because they called you a drunk, that just makes you look more like a drunk.
yeah, it kind of does. It's kind of like Dan Bongino says, like when somebody who comes out and calls you a racist or says, like, if they're like, Greg, you beat your wife,
Yeah,
and you're like, I don't beat my wife. Well, you've given a little bit of validity because you've actually acknowledged the fact that somebody said that.
yeah, yeah.
So, like, I get what you're saying there. Like, I can't, I can't, pal. Oh, I'm not allowed to post there. But to just sit here and listen to the people claim that this is some type of political targeting is the biggest crock of shit that I have ever heard. Because realistically, if this was political targeting, there would be a full on list of names. They would all be going to jail. Like they would have been perp walked like they tried to perp walk Donald Trump. There would be mug shots. There would be much more going on than what has gone on so far. So, like, you can't call it political targeting when the only person named is none. Like, not an individual person was named. So, to sit here and pretend like this is the Trump admin um, targeting individuals for political gain, like, it's not. Nobody was named. So, who politically are we targeting other than a group that literally laundered money? The literal money laundering is real. It's not like uh, they arrested 7,300 people and they're all in jail for bullshit. What you got?
I was just saying because Hexeth never sued anybody for calling him a drunk. I mean, that's just
Oh,
one of those.
Petey boy.
Yeah, that's one of those things. Like, does he probably drink? Yeah, but it isn't such an issue that like he has to sue somebody about it because that would look bad.
So, like, at the end of the day, number one, instead of liberals standing in the streets being pissed off that their money literally was laundered and paid to specific neo-Nazi groups, the one thing that they claim all MAGA and right-wing Republicans are,
Yeah,
and there's no outrage in the streets, there's no upheaval, there's no they're not out there trying to stand in front of SPLC
yeah. Well, because
buildings
yeah,
trying to burn them down
at
or
the end of
throw
the
stuff
day, with
at them.
liberals, if you're part of their club, they don't care what you do. Literally, don't care what you do.
Yeah, as long as you hate Donald Trump.
Like there was, I think it was Michigan, or I can't remember what state it was, but it was they were doing a vote to not have sex offenders around kids at the schools, and not one of the Democrats voted against it.
That is wild.
Like, the fuck?
Like, why would you're okay with that?
It probably because all the people that were getting in trouble were Democrats, and they're part of their club, so they don't
And
care.
the other thing is, I love when liberals think they have a got you when somebody that claims to be a Republican gets busted for CP.
Yeah,
Like, fuck you. You should be busted.
yeah, fuck that
Like, I've
motherfucker.
never stood up for one Republican that was busted for any sort of child endangerment, child exploitation, child trafficking. Like, if you do that, I personally believe feet first into a wood chipper.
Yep.
And that's not political violence. That is violence against child predators. But to sit here and just like I said, look at what $3 million from 2014 to 2023 of donated money from liberals has been given to different known racist groups. Like that's my issue. Like, why aren't y'all in front of the SPLC's like buildings and picketing? You're so worried about standing in front of ICE groups or ICE detention centers and all that because you believe so soundly in something. Do you not believe against racism? Or are you okay with the SPLC spending the money you gave them on racists? Are you cool with that? Because if you're cool with that, like, just let me know. Because that means everything you said is bullshit. That means every time you stood and applauded Joe Biden for saying the greatest threat against American democracy is MAGA Republicans, they're practically neo-Nazis. Your money went to literally went to neo-Nazis. So shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Your money literally went to the KKK. So shut the fuck up. Like, if you're going to sit here on a pulpit and pretend like you have some sort of moral identity against racism, because that's what they live on.
Yeah,
they live on moral identities. Like I was watching Andrew Wilson, and he made a lot of good points. But one of the things that he said that made a lot of sense to me is liberals versus Republicans. Republicans are like, hey, this is wrong because it's wrong. Liberals say, well, you can't say it's wrong because my moral identity says it's not.
Mm-hmm.
So it's all about their moral stance. It's not about like morality. It's about the individual's morality stance. So like, what do I feel is moral? Like, I'm cool with calling them maps because they're attracted. That doesn't mean that they're going to act on those attractions.
Right. Well, statistically, that's wrong.
Yeah, statistically, they should be feet first into a fucking wood chipper. By the way, I like feet first because as it grinds everything up, their brain's still cognitive and they have time to think about it as they're being pulled through.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I like feet first through a wood chipper. Like, we should make merch that says feet first through a wood chipper. We should. Hey, Lindsay, can you make us a shirt that says feet first through a wood chipper and we can sell it on the merch site? All right, guys. So our first merch shirt's going to be feet first through a wood chipper. Gonna say it on the chest. Like, but like realistically, if you look at it from an individual's morality versus like a societal morality, like then you can kind of understand why liberals think that way. Because as my own morality says, I don't believe XYZ should be real, versus like a true morality or like a group's morality, where like Republicans, for instance, child endangerment is wrong, but an individual's morality where they're like, well, they're minor attracted persons, so because of that, like, you can't prove they've acted on that attraction. Right. Like, it's the most sick thing I've ever heard. But it makes sense when you think about it that way. Like, liberals work off feelings where Republicans work off facts. Conservatives work off facts. And I also have another thing that I was just thinking about the other day. The next time a liberal's like, well, we need to conserve this so that the minor